Our second father, our second patriarch is Yitzchak. And Yitzchak is very different to his father Avraham. Avraham was extroverted, outgoing. Yitzchak is reserved. Yitzchak is calm. Yitzchak is a person who is introverted. And Yitzchak, according to our sages, is the yesod of avodah. He is the pillar, he is the basis of worship of Hashem. He represents worship of Hashem. In fact, he was brought as an offering by his father. And Yitzchak wasn't a young boy, he was already a man in his 30s. He was prepared to offer himself. He represents worship. But in particular, Vayetze Yitzchak lasuach b'sadeh. Our parasha tells us that he went out to meditate, to pray in the field. And it was towards the afternoon as the evening was coming. Our sages explain that it was Yitzchak who instituted the prayer of Mincha, the afternoon service. And in fact, when he went out to pray, who should be coming but a caravan of camels? And one of those camels was carrying his wife to be Rivka. That Eliezer, his father's servant, had traveled far, far to the house of Avraham's brother, and there had found Rivka, who had become the wife of Yitzchak. Now, what is special about the evening service? Because in fact, the Talmud tells us that of all of the prayer services of the day, you should give the most attention and the most concentration, kavanah, intent, to the mincha, the afternoon service. And the commentators, including the Rashba, explain as follows. When it comes to shacharit, shacharit is at the beginning of the day. You get up, you go to shul, a man puts on his talis and his tefillin, and he prays. And now he's free to go. And he can go and he can work throughout the day. Mariv is in the evening. It's after the day of productivity. You can come back, you can go to shul, and in some instances, in some places in the world, they even have like a late Mariv, at 8, 9, whatever time it might be at night, 10 o'clock at night. It doesn't really interfere with your work schedule. But the problem is mincha, and especially in the winter months. Mincha has to be said before the sun sets. And it's often not that convenient. You have to stop working and you have to do mincha. And this represents the 3 stages of a person's life. When you're young, when you're at school, you've got plenty of time for Judaism. You don't have any responsibilities, you don't have a wife, you don't have children, and you can come to shul and you can study Torah. The same thing when a person retires. In the evening of their life, they have less responsibilities. They don't have the heavy burden of making a parnasah, a livelihood, and they can come to shul and they can study Torah. But mincha represents that period in your life which is your most productive time, when you should be working hard and building your business and building your family. And there, who has time for Hashem? Who has time for Torah and mitzvahs? And that's precisely when you have to give it the most amount of time, the most amount of attention. If not the most amount of time, then the most amount of attention. You have to stop what you're doing in the middle of the day and dedicate it to Hashem. This is what mincha represents. And this is what Yitzchak represented. Mincha means that we stop what we're doing, we take a breather, and we dedicate ourselves to Hashem, the Torah, and to His mitzvot. I wish you a Shabbat Shalom.